I have 23 years of professional experience, and I'm about to start delivering for DoorDash because I can't find a job.
The American job market is a disaster. Some people with degrees and job experience have been unable to find a job for over a year, and with an influx of highly qualified individuals who were recently laid off from their government jobs, landing one of the few open positions in the private sector, it's about to be harder than ever. Here are some of the videos that I came across from the people who are struggling to find a job.
Do companies even want to hire people at this point? Like, tell me why I just had an interview scheduled for 11 a.m. today. I show up at 10:52, and I'm waiting patiently. And it is a long, patient 20 minutes until somebody comes up to me and tells me, oh, we didn't have anyone to schedule interviews today. I'm sorry, what? And she goes, oh, yeah, like, we didn't know there was an interview on the calendar. We're sorry about that. I'm like fucking short-circuiting because I literally don't understand how you drop the fucking ball that hard. And then you want me to take down my information and contact me later? Fuck you. No. I'm not working here. I applied, I wrote a fucking cover letter because I'm like, I like this job. And then you go ahead and just forget that I'm coming in? No, respectfully, fuck you. Fuck you.
I don't think most people realize how dehumanizing it is to be unemployed in the current job market, especially if the reason that you don't have a job is not necessarily your fault. If you've never thought about it before, every single aspect of your life is tied to your job. Your ability to go out with your friends, have dinner, see a movie, tied to your job. Your ability to have healthcare and see your doctor, tied to your job. Your ability to go to therapy, tied to your job. Your ability to do literally anything that costs money, tied to your job. So then when your job is taken away and you no longer have a source of income, it's horrible. You have people out here who just went to college or maybe have been out of college for a year. They thought they did what you're supposed to do. They tell you, oh, if you go to college, you're going to be able to get a career. You're going to find a job super easily. And these people have been out of college for a year and they can't find a job. And then you have people like me who have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and got their first job back in 2013. And I can't find a job. I don't know what happened and when it switched, but I used to get every single job that I applied for. Okay, I was always the person at my jobs who trained the new employees, and now I can't find a job. I went from having a manager who would buy me cupcakes and a director who would send me Christmas presents to that manager then being replaced by the Wicked Witch of the West. And because of her, I no longer have a job. And I have been searching and searching for months. I've applied to more jobs than I have ever applied to in my entire life, and I can't find anything because there are more fake jobs on LinkedIn than there are real jobs. So before you ask that unemployed person in your life why they haven't found a job yet, maybe consider that we are trying. We're trying. But the job market is different. And unless you have been there and you have experienced how hard it is to find a job right now, you need to stop asking me why I haven't found a job because I'm losing my mind.
Let me tell you something. If you're at a job interview and they say these words right here, thank you for coming in for your interview. We have a few more interviews to go over this week. We'll give you a call back. Make sure you check your email. You don't got that job.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't.
Basically, all I came here to say is if you want to quit your job, don't do it. I recently just quit my job and I don't know who the fuck I thought I was. We're literally in 2025. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I thought I could find a job like this. Nobody's hiring me, bro. Why is it so hard?
This is exactly how I look at y'all dumbass comments talking about, did I try McDonald's? Nigga, McDonald's is right around the corner. Of course I tried McDonald's. Well, it's probably your resume. Nigga, I use DeepSeek AI. How the fuck is AI not recognizing that it's AI that did my resume? It's probably your neck tattoo that's the reason why you don't have any fucking employment. This, and that. Shut the fuck up! I had no problem getting a job until 2023. That's the only fucking time I had a problem with this shit. I ain't having no problems beforehand. None. Nothing. And I don't see what is the big deal about having tattoos. Like, it should be based off of your background. Not because you got tattoos. What if people like tattoos and just like tattoos? Like, they don't gotta be no fucking gang member to have no tattoos. You got all kind of, you don't see no Caucasian person with a whole bunch of tattoos and think he a gang member. You gonna think he is a tattoo artist or a fucking celebrity before you think he a gang member. But let you be black with some tattoos, you automatically a fucking gang member. When you can look at my record, I don't have shit on it.
Oh, you want to know how unemployment's going? Look at what I did today. I don't know how to play the piano, but I just learned that little part.
Okay, so I made myself a fake job on ChatGPT that I've been working since I can't get a job. And basically, I'm the social media manager of this wellness company, and I work on the marketing team. I have 3 coworkers and 1 manager. And let me give you the tea on everyone, because there's about to be some workplace drama. So there's Jake, he's the graphic designer, he's a bit of a perfectionist. Maya's the content strategist, she's sometimes gossipy, and Sam doesn't like fluffy content. Don't know what that means, but that's his flaw. So basically, my manager, Lisa, just asked me to urgently create social media content. She needs 3 posts in 1 hour, drafted in 1 hour. She wants it by 11 a.m. The CEO needs it. Anyways, Jake is in a mood today. I can already tell Jake's a crybaby and I don't like him. He thinks my last content request was too cluttered. And he just slammed his water bottle on his desk. Maya said, I'd be careful if you need him today. So what I have to do now before 11 a.m. is to complete the tasks that my manager just gave me and decide how I want to handle Jake. It says, do you want to ask him nicely to work on the slides, or do you want to wait until later? I think I'm going to ask him if he's on steroids because he's being moody. Here's what I said to Jake. I said, I hope your morning is getting better. I wanted to start off by saying slamming your water bottle on your desk this morning was a bit dramatic and frankly overstimulating. Maybe you should lay off the steroids. Haha, just joking. Anyways, here's the direction, blah, 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 blah. So I kept it playful, but also did express my concern about his steroid usage that I'm assuming about. I know this man's going home to punch a hole right in his wall. He just said, seriously, steroids? You think that's funny? And then he said, I don't get why you're having me do this when you could just use Canva. King, you're the graphic designer. That's not my job. That's literally not my job. And Maya said he's talking about me in the Slack group chat that they have without me. And Sam just said eyes emoji. Oh, hell no. No, that's not going to slide. I'm going to start some real big issues.
Why does no one talk about how hard it is to get a job after you graduate high school? Why? Because, I've interviewed at, a few places, and, it's just not it, you know? They want you to have experience, but, you just graduated, so, how do you get the experience if no one wants to hire you?
I'm pretty sure the dad dropped you on your head and I didn't know about it, because something is not right. You don't do anything. I don't get it. Get the off and do something with your life. Do you have any friends? You worthless piece of shit. Hey, face. Let me guess what you're doing today. Nothing. Probably nothing, right?
The job market is so bad right now. I just decided to sign up for Survivor because I think I got a better chance at making money through Survivor at this point than trying to get a job.
If you're wondering how the job market is going right now, I literally applied to a job thinking I would get rejected because I've gotten so many rejections. I'm basically immune to rejection. And I actually got the interview, and it's not even based where I live. It's in Austin, Texas, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And I actually might move for it. The job market is so bad that I literally will move for this job because it's the first interview I've had in a really long time. And I really think I'm definitely qualified for this job position. But I don't want to move. I've moved every single year since college. This is the first time I've lived in a place for 2 years consecutively, because other than that, I've literally moved every single year. And I literally will move. I'll break my lease and move for this job because I cannot stand another day of being unemployed and not knowing how I'm going to pay bills and not being able to step out of the house because I'm too scared to spend money. I miss my friends. I miss going out. I miss eating. I miss literally having the time of my life. This is not a vacation. This is purgatory. I did something wrong in my past life to deserve this situation that's happening to me right now.
I am feeling like I want to die and that this is complete torture, and I don't know what I did to somebody to make me sit here and do this, and I just don't think it's nice.
Nobody talks about how exhausting unemployment actually is. People think it's just free time and relaxing, but in reality, it's stressful, overwhelming, and actually feels like a job in itself. Going through job listings time and time again, tweaking your CV or making multiple editions of it, writing cover letters that feel like absolute nonsense, and then constantly checking your inbox. It just gets like a lot of work. And then when you do get an interview, you have to mentally prepare and hype yourself up, and you get panic attacks during the interview. Then even when you don't get a job, you feel so much guilt that you should be doing more. Don't even get me started about the unsolicited advice, such as, well, have you not tried LinkedIn? Are you on there? Blah-de-blah-de-blah. As if I hadn't already thought of that. But to ground myself and keep myself going, it is important to be gentle with myself, to remind myself that this stage isn't permanent, it's temporary, and eventually I will get to my dream goal. And I think that's what you guys needed to remember today as well.
This job market is way worse than you actually think. Like, if you're not actually in this market looking for a job, I truly don't think you know what it's like. It's brutal. Like, people are like, oh, unemployment is low. There's so many jobs being posted every single day. And yes, there are so many jobs being posted every day. But like, majority of those are just ghost jobs that don't really even exist. Companies will just post these jobs to post them, either for tax reasons or to gauge interest, but they have no intention of hiring. Like, I've been unemployed for 6 months and I have applied to so many jobs, like so many jobs. And I've heard back only from a handful of those. Either I'm ghosted through the process or I just go get the job. And it's like, when I do hear back and I'm interviewing, these interviews last for so many rounds. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, including case studies and presentations for the case studies. I've gone down to the final round so many times. And it always comes down to like me and a couple of other people or another person. And it's just so competitive out there. Like, I've invested months of my time in a company only to get rejected. It's such a frustrating process. Like, I have over 6 years of work experience and I have a degree, and it's just brutal out here. And when people say, oh, the market's not actually as bad as people are saying, like, no, you're clearly not looking for a job and you're not going through this process.
How are y'all finding these jobs? I'm getting sick and tired of sending out my applications, my resumes, making CVs. I'm tired. I really am. And I'm really trying to figure out how I can improve my career. I have no idea at this point how to do it. I'm tired of Indeed. I don't really even use Indeed anymore. LinkedIn is that's LinkedIn. I'm all over Career Talk, Job Talk, reading comment sections and job postings that y'all are putting up. That I feel like I'm qualified for, and I can't find anything. And I'm sure there are many of people out there that are in the same boat. Like, I currently have a job, but you're always supposed to be looking, you know? And so that's what I'm doing. You know, you're always supposed to be on the lookout for a new job, new opportunities, because you never know what could pop up. But it seems like it's nothing there. I know a few of my own friends that are also looking. And it seems like it's like a endless, like you're just digging a hole and there's nothing there. There's no treasure at the bottom. You just keep digging and digging and digging. And I know you're supposed to just keep going, but it gets very hard. It gets very hard and discouraging. So please, like, any tips that you have on how to find a job this year, please put it in the comments, because it seems like it's impossible. Like, if you have a job, you are blessed right now. Trust me. It don't matter where it is. At this point, if you're working at Family Dollar, you're doing a lot better than some people, you know. So if you have any tips or tricks or anything, please let us know how.
So yeah, I see folks talking about the job market in 2025, boy. And y'all ain't lying, boy. You got to do 1,500 applications to get one interview in one round. It is literally sad that when you go and walk in the place and they have a now hiring sign, you have to really ask the employees or the manager, be like, are y'all really hiring? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really hiring, or is that just, just for show type shit? You gotta laugh to keep from crying and stuff, man. And it's crazy how this job market is now, bro. Like, Like, all bull crap aside, bro. Like, you have to go through 7 rounds of interviews now. And then, me, personally, when I be applying for jobs sometimes, I get that. I'll get the interview, I'll get everything, except for the job. I'll get that, oh, you're overqualified speech. Like, I don't think this will be the right fit for you. You know, you have a lot of experience, all this type blase soir, and this, and you know, you might be a little, they'll tell me, you might be a little overqualified. You should try a higher position, and maybe you'll get, hey, come on now, I'm trying to flip a burger. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to scan, I'm trying to be a cashier and you know, scan the item, but, man, this job market crazy, bro. Like, it is, dog. And I hope that everybody who in this job market, I hope they try to find, I hope y'all find something, shit, man. Just go be a janitor. I'm a janitor. Go be a janitor somewhere, man. Shit. Can't be overqualified to clean up.
I'm glad to see I'm not tripping and I'm not the only person that's having a difficult time getting no job, because that make it more easier. Because I know it ain't me. I know it's not me. I know you're talking about something about the resume, talking about some apply and then call, be on a line, this and that. I know that. I know this already. I've never had no problem getting no job until a year and a half ago, when the job market started to go down because all the jobs I was getting taken away. But it's not just me. People with degrees and masters and bachelors having the same problem. And I don't got none of that shit, but I got forklift certification, you feel me? And, you know, other little computer skills and all this. I know how to do everything. I know how to drive all the forklifts. I know how to work the scanners, all that, customer service. I know how to do all that. So, yes, I have qualifications. 2, my neck tattoo, not 2, 3, 4, whatever the number may be. My neck tattoo have never not gotten me no job, because I know how to cover it, for 1. And for 2, every job I done had, most of, if not half of the management or supervisors was tatted up, because I work warehouse jobs normally in construction and shit like that. That's what I'm trying to get into, like construction or trade or something like that, HVAC, plumbing, something like that, or heavy equipment operating. I with that too. And yeah, like everything y'all saying in the comments, I have already did and tried. Besides, I'm not signing my life away and going into the military, Navy, whatever chaos. That's not for me. I don't like, no, that's like going to jail without being in jail. No, I'm not doing that. So yes, I'm definitely looking for a trade. Definitely looking at security, because I seen y'all talking about security. My auntie was telling me about security too. Really looking into that for sure. Applying to other shit. And I'm going to be getting back to y'all DMs, because I see y'all was saying stuff about how I could fix my resume. Because I could probably fix something. It might be something on there that I shouldn't have on there. I should take it off, because it's probably But I'm seeing y'all DMs and all that. So I'm going to get back to them. I'm going to read them all. I'm not no famous motherfucker. I am just like y'all, if not below y'all. Shit, I'm unemployed. Y'all got jobs and shit. But yes, I'm finna go look at all the comments and reply back to all the ones that I ain't replied to in my DM, bro.
Y'all, I just came out of my second interview for a job, and I never felt so disrespected and have it be so unprofessional. Keep in mind, I have my degree. Okay, I have a bachelor's degree, but the job market in Southern California is so bad that even office jobs are paying minimum wage. So I'm like, why would I, do an office job when I could just do a restaurant job and have it be like low stake and stuff? So I decided to apply to a restaurant. I went to the first interview. The interviewer, the lady, she was very nice, very professional. Like, it was a normal thing, okay? And I was applying for a server position. The reason why is because I need to get like braces or Invisalign, and so I need to be able to pay it. So like whatever I can get, it's fine. But she did tell me, hey, you don't necessarily have server experience. So like, are you open to any other positions just in case, because I really like you? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can be open to a hostess. But like, I applied for a server position here because like supposedly y'all don't require experience. Like, you will train. That's what your website says. That's what like your listing on Indeed said. So I'm like still thinking like it's a possibility, but I understand that, you know, they tend to promote their hostess up like any other restaurant. I'm understanding. So I come back for my second interview. I literally finished it 15 minutes ago. And I'm sitting down with a guy or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're definitely not going to get the server position. Like, it wouldn't be fair. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I understand. Like, let's continue on with the interview. And then he was like, I think he asked me like one question. And then he was like, okay, now what questions do you have for me? And I was like, okay, the first interviewer told me that this person likes questions, so I did have some questions prepared. So I was like, okay, if you could give feedback to your employees, you know, like whether it's weaknesses, strengths, like what would you like to see improvement? And then he was like, well, like that would depend on the individual. Like I couldn't tell you, like, da, da, da. And I was like, okay. Like, and he's like, next question. And I was like, all right. So then I was like, what would you say is your favorite quality about this, you know, restaurant? And then he was kind of like, well, like guest service, da, da, da. And I was like, okay, what appealed you to this job? Like, why do you have the job that you have? And then he was like, well, like, you're kind of asking the same questions. Like, I'm going to keep giving you the same answer. And then I was like, okay, what would be the day-to-day for like a host or a server? And he's like, well, you're not going to get the server position. So like, why are you asking? And I was like, okay, like, I was like, I know, like, you know, you said no server, but I was just asking because you're asking me to ask questions. So I'm asking questions and I had 3 in mind, but you keep saying that I'm asking the same question and that supposedly you're giving the same answer, that customer service, guest service is the #1 priority. And that's why, like, you know, you like this restaurant. That's what you would emphasize to your employees. Like, so what do you want from me? Like, and he just looks so annoyed. And it's like, I get it, dude. You literally have 2 other people you need to interview today. You probably interview several people like every single day, but I'm like trying and I'm very smiley and I have years of customer service. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. And when I was like, I don't have any more questions, I literally asked you 6 different questions and you say I'm like asking you the same questions. He was like, okay, well, why should I hire you? Like, da da da. And I was like, well, you know, since you emphasize, like, supposedly you keep answering customer service, well, that's what like my main part of my job was for like all of my jobs, but also for my most recent job because I used to work at a hotel, so it's hospitality, and it was a hotel next to Disney, so like even more hospitality. Like, it's all about happy, smiley, you know. So I was just emphasizing that literally our goal was to provide customer service and make sure that the guests are happy no matter what, regardless of any issues, whoever's fault it is, it doesn't matter. Like, that was our job, to make sure the guests leave happy. But yeah, it felt like a humiliation ritual. Like, I don't like, especially considering that a lot of the people that are like applying are like teenagers. Like, this is how you talk to your teenage employees who can't defend themselves. Like, I don't, that job.
On everything I love, on everything, on the man above, bro. I swear to God, if I end up on the news because I done crashed out because I am sick and tired of sitting in this house applying to 100 different thousand jobs, applying to 10 to 20 jobs a day, ain't hearing back from no jobs, bro. Motherfuckers sitting up here acting like they hiring nobody, like getting back no nothing, bro. Y'all gonna really see me on the news, and I'm so serious. Like, it's 30 days, bro. I don't get no job within 30 days, and to be applying for all these different jobs, I am going to be on the news, bro, because I'm going to go commit a crime to make me some money. I swear to you, bro. I've been unemployed for a fucking year. A fucking year. You got motherfuckers, oh, you're not trying this, and that, da, 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 da. It's like, do you want me to screenshot every single application I didn't apply for? Like, what the fuck do I need to lie for? Who the fuck want to sit around with no money? Like, I am getting irritated with every fucking body. Because it's always this, da, da, da. Motherfuckers will nag you this to that, but won't help. Tell somebody that you know that got something going on. Oh, you put me out, like something. Like, goddamn, like, refer them up, like something, like. Because soon as I end up on the news with my mugshot, y'all gonna be like, damn, what the f***? Oh, he was serious. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I don't find a job within 30 days, I swear to God, I'm going to jail. I'm going to be in jail, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, bro. I'm done trying to do this shit the legal way, bro. This shit is not working.
Disclaimer. If I get an offer letter, I'm deleting this. Yeah, when I tell you yesterday I had an interview for a leadership role, and I have never in my life been cooked like this in an interview. I'm talking Boston baked beans. First thing I need to say is to hell with y'all. And you know why? Because I thought y'all said we wouldn't need math later on in life. I thought that's what y'all said. I thought that's what y'all was telling us. Why as soon as I get there, they hand me a math test. Not only did they hand me a math test, they handed it to me on paper. Motherfucking paper, man. Motherfucking paper, man. Gave me a pencil and... Bruh, gave me a pencil and told me to make sure I show my work. Not only that, I had to take a math test, I had to take a computer skills test, I had to take a survey, and I had to do a tools test. Bro, I'm not the dumbest rock in the box. I promise I'm not. But these people had my resume like this. I don't know if they were trying to break me or if they didn't believe what they were reading on the resume. I don't know which one it was, but they had my shit like this. So you said yada 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 yada. How did you? I'm like, bro, I have never been in an interview where they went word for word, line for line on my resume, asked me about everything I put on there. Now my resume is truthful. Like I don't put no lies on there. But I don't remember, like some of them jobs and shit from 10 years ago, bucko. I really don't remember exactly why I put what I put on there because of what I did at that job. Like, I'm talking about they was extensively going into my resume. All right, I'm about to give y'all 3 scenarios from the interview where I got absolutely baked on, bro. Mind y'all, there's 4 of us in there. Me, the interviewee, the senior talent acquisition person, the HR manager, and the supply chain manager who's over the entire department for the position that I'm getting hired, I'm interviewing for. So the supply chain manager asked me some question from my resume, and I'm going through giving him a scenario from my previous work, and I draw a blank. Keep that I draw a blank part too. That's another scenario I'm gonna give y'all. I draw a blank and can't remember the name of the position. I can't remember the name of the position that I'm talking about, that I'm drawing from, right? This nigga takes my resume, no bullshit. He goes, you were there 4 years and you can't remember the name of the position? Bro, I'm too unserious for a serious ass interview like this, bro. I wanted to laugh so bad, bro. I'm like, this nigga cooking me. I tell him, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Bro, this man goes, so how often do you draw blanks at work? Bro, when I say bro was baking me, dog, I was like, bro, I have never been a part of an interview so serious. Oh my God, bro. All right, here's the third and final scenario I'm gonna give y'all just because I thought these were super funny and I remembered them afterwards. So, you know, at the end, after they finish the spiel, they put you in a hot seat, they give you all they can give you. They ask you, do you have any questions for them, right? So I ask my questions for them or whatever. And the HR manager, before we was wrapping up the last question, she said, I got one more question for you. What do you think you're bad at? Like, what's your weaknesses? So, I'm like, in life, at work, what are you alluding to? She's like, we all have weaknesses. It doesn't matter. So I'm trying to lighten the mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, obviously my weight, I said, obviously my diet. Dog, the supply chain manager, boy, looked at me. I think bro was trolling me this interview, bro. I swear to God. That boy looked at me and said, so you... Oh my God, bro, this is funny. That boy looked at me and said, so you lack self-control? I was cooked. I was done. I got up out of there. All right, y'all have a good day. No.
How you doing, TikTok? This is Jay, from Rochester, New York, 585. I wanted to be sure I made this video today because I know there's a lot of people on here that could potentially relate to what I'm about to deliver today in this message. If you have a job, do not quit. Stay with your job. I'm telling you, the job market right now is so difficult where it's very hard to get a job. Mind you, this is a person speaking on 4 to 5 years of a career in sales, 4 to 5 years of finance experience, also customer service, money management, things of that nature. I also have an associate's degree in clinical psychology, my own reliable transportation. I moved 15 hours to Atlanta. I applied to over 100 jobs in Atlanta, 100 jobs in Rochester, New York, through LinkedIn, Indeed, company websites, calling, following up, going into dealerships, just asking for an opportunity. Can I speak with a finance manager? Can I speak with a sales manager just for a possible opportunity? If you have a job right now, do not quit. I tried to explain to my mother and my father that right now is nowhere near like it was back then. I promise you, it's way harder. I am a 2020 COVID graduate. If anyone can relate to me, you graduated high school, you were thrown into the real world, and you just had to find a way. I know there's a lot of people out here that can relate to my situation and my problem right now. Listen, I'm doing my social media, I'm doing my content thing, and this is not taking off right now. I know it will. Give me about 6 months to a year. I know I will be known and I will be famous and I will have a household name for myself. But for the time being, bills are still coming. Everything is still processing. If you have a job, do not quit, because this job market is not good. If anyone knows anything that is hiring throughout the Atlanta area, throughout anywhere, I have no problem applying, things of that nature. Let me know. I am very motivated. I am very outgoing. I have an extrovert personality, family oriented. As you can see, I just left an interview to be a mortgage loan estimator or mortgage loan originator. Let me correct myself. And it's just as if, like, if they are hiring, you're going on 2 to 3 interviews. If they are hiring, the start dates aren't for about a month or 2 out. If they are hiring, they have to go about 50 different candidates. They have to go through these people. If you have bills, bills don't stop for no one. Everything's getting more expensive. Everything's becoming more increased. People got to work. There's a lot of people sitting at home right now with talent that are not able to get a job. I have no criminal background history. I have a clean record as far as anything. I have my Maryland vehicle sales license as well. I am certified on multiple different vehicle brands, and I'm open to being a leasing consultant for apartments. I'm open to real estate. I'm open to all things of different nature. I'm very outgoing. I've been on billboards, commercials, all things. If anyone can help with this problem, I know there's many people in my situation. Drop something in the comments. Please and thank you. Jay out. Talk soon.
If you've got a job right now, I highly recommend you don't leave that job. Don't be quitting your job before you find another one. Trust me, I don't care how miserable you are at your job. I don't care how much it sucks, even if you're underpaid. I don't care if you hate your boss, your coworkers, whatever it is, I don't care. Okay? Those of you that have been looking for a job for the last year or two, you know what I'm talking about. Don't put yourself in that situation if you're not in that situation. All right? Job market right now is incredibly, incredibly dog shit. All right? So if you're gonna leave your job, make sure you've got something else lined up that's already functioning and paying. This isn't the time to quit to start your startup. This isn't the time to quit to start your stupid coffee shop or your bakery or whatever it is you want to, whatever stupid dream you want to chase because some online internet guru told you, go ahead, go for your dreams, be happy. No, this isn't the time to read The Secret and close your eyes and wish for manifestation and all that bullshit. No. Okay? Don't quit your job unless you have something lined up that's actually going to replace your current income consistently. Because otherwise, you're really putting yourself in a really risky situation.
The most fucked up thing about the job market for students and graduates is the fact that if a whole year goes by, you cannot get hired, bro! It's like, sorry, your time limit is up, so you can't get hired anymore. Bitch, go back to school, spend thousands of dollars for nothing! What the fuck? This is fucking unbelievable, bro. Why is this a rule? Why? Bro, it's so much time goes by that you cannot even get your fucking interview skills down then. You're spending so much time applying to jobs, you forget even what the fuck you studied in the first place.
I was raised by white people who would be so horrified about what I'm doing right now. Yep, I printed out my GoFundMe QR code and my resume, and I am plastering them on the biggest houses along Lake Michigan because it truly can't get any worse. Cannot get any worse. I know people that know me are seeing these videos because the meanest, most judgmental people from high school are watching my Instagram stories. And the thing is, you just can't possibly get me to care. Elon Musk is wielding a chainsaw with sunglasses on because he's tripping balls on ketamine. The President of the United States declared himself king over Instagram. I'm not gonna keep pretending like things are not as difficult for me as they are. I have gone about it the white people way. Oh, just don't tell people what's going on, okay? We're gonna figure it out. Just don't tell people what you're going through. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that for 2 years.
Hey, bro, if you employed right now and you hate your job and you've been thinking about leaving and you just been saying, you know what, man, I'm just finna just stop showing up and just go in there and just cuss everybody and say, you know what, f this, I don't need you. Don't do it, gang. Keep that job unless you got something else lined up or you starting the day after you quit. But if you think you finna just quit right there and there, say, I don't need this job, and you finna find something else next day, next week type shit, boy, you would be blessed to find something like that. This is not 2015, 2016. Jobs ain't just, you feel me, getting you in quick like that. Same day apply, same day, you feel me, starting time. No, boy, your ass gonna be out there hurting, especially if you ain't got extra funds to hold you over and keep you situated until, you feel me, the next thing roll over. Do not make that impulse decision thinking it's sweet, boy, like, but I don't need this. Yeah, all right, you gonna be unemployed for 2, 3, 4 months. Like, damn, shit. You gonna be hurting, boy, you feel me? You ain't gonna, hey, eating bologna sandwiches at Oodle Bagoos.
So I am 27 years old. I have no relationship. I have no job because I was laid off and I've been unemployed for months now. And the job market is terrible. And I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I don't know what's happening. I don't. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And honestly, there are times when I really feel the pressure of all this because I have a circle of friends who are around my age, maybe a little bit older, and they're in their, you know, long-term relationships, engaged, or just got married. They've got all these really concrete plans for the future. And then when they ask me, like, how I'm doing, what I'm doing, so I'm trying to get a text back. I've applied to over 100 jobs and I've heard literally nothing. And I had chicken nuggets for breakfast. So, yeah. And honestly, like, I've had my fair share of nights these past few months where I am crying myself to sleep because I feel so lost and so behind. But I think more recently is when I've just really learned to accept all of this and accept the situation and just trust in myself and trust in the universe that, like, everything is gonna come to me, everything's gonna happen for me, and I just need to continue being good to myself and others. I posted a quick little video about this yesterday. You can see it on my page if you want to, but I got so many comments from people just saying that they're all in the same boat. And truly, it felt so comforting. It felt so nice to hear that, like, oh, I'm also there too. I also don't know what I'm doing. I also have been unemployed for months now. And yeah, it was just so nice to hear. Just knowing that there's so many of us out there that don't have things figured out, especially at this stage in life where we're supposed to, and, you know, the 30s, 40s are coming up and it's like, oh shit, I gotta get my shit together, right? It's okay. Like, it's totally okay, and I'm learning to accept that, and I know that I got this. You got this. Get into it.
I applied to 500 jobs in 2025, and the best advice I can give you is just give up. You heard me. Close that laptop. What, you thought the 500 first application was going to be different? That Karen from Google's going to wake up, see your name in her inbox and think, oh wow, this guy's really been through it. Let me give him an interview. No, Karen's over here eating her kale salad, texting her friend about how much she hates her job. Your resume didn't even make it past the robots. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. The last thing she's doing is scrolling through resumes. Maybe the dream job isn't out there. Maybe it's just not meant to be.
I keep seeing a lot of comments on my posts and other posts that says, the job market is great because everywhere is hiring. That's a lie. As the hiring manager for my work, we are required to put those now hiring signs out whether we are hiring or not. And it is because the corporations, the big, huge umbrella, get a tax break whenever they're constantly hiring. Because if they are always hiring, then that means that they're never filling their hired quota, which means that they need a tax break because they can't fill their slots. I know this because we are, again, required to have the now hiring sign on our door at all times. And we haven't been hiring or had a position to hire for in like 6 to 8 months. I currently have over 300 applications of people applying because they think we're hiring, and I can't do anything with them. So when you see comments about, don't worry, there's 17 million jobs available, and if you get laid off of a job, you can get another one, and then the job market's not that bad, it's all bullshit. It's all a lie. Because the large corporations get tax cuts when they are hiring. Now, again, this is usually like larger corporations with hundreds of locations nationwide. So if you see a small town shop that's only in your store that has a now hiring sign, that is probably legitimate. But if you go into like a big fast food place or a big retail store and it says now hiring, the chances of them actually hiring are very, very slim.
The job postings are literally a joke. Okay, I went on LinkedIn to look at some jobs, just, for giggles. And I looked at some job descriptions and I'm like, I know what this is, and I know you guys are lying. There's no way this is all these employees are doing. But it's funny because just like they say people like to lie on their resumes, they're lying on the job description. Okay, because we all know, especially when you've worked at a company and then you go see them post your position up and you see the job description and you're like, oh, if that's what I was doing, I would have stayed. No, because it's a lie. They're going to give the bare minimum on there, and they're going to kind of hide it under the additional responsibilities tab. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. We need to get more honest on the job descriptions. We need to get more honest on the postings, which also means that we need to get more honest with the pay as well. The pay's got to match the job description. How about that? Because let's stop wasting everybody's time. They go in for an interview. They find out what they're going to be doing, and the pay don't match. It's an absolute joke, okay? Let's just start being honest. Is that too much to ask?
Hi. So I've been unemployed for almost 2 years after getting laid off towards the end of 2023. And surprise, I am still unemployed. It's been extremely difficult to find a job thus far, and if I'm being honest, majority of my rejections have come from company restructuring, getting rid of the role, or up-leveling the role to a level too senior for where I'm at right now. Maybe this is just becoming more and more common with the current job market and current state of our government. Those rejections started feeling uncanny to me the third time. Now I'm just starting to question if something needs to change, what needs to change. I'm turning 29 this year, and I feel like I'm starting with a completely blank slate. If I'm being very vulnerable, a part of me is very ashamed, a part of me is embarrassed, a large part of me is terrified, and a very, very small part of me is excited because who knows, maybe this is an opportunity for something better than I could have ever imagined. But it doesn't feel like that right now. And I guess I just wanted to document my journey for myself. And I wanted to document my journey so that in a couple of months, hopefully, I could look back and think, wow, I had nothing to worry about. If you could relate, or if you're at all interested, maybe we can go on this journey together. But yeah, I'll stop blabbering now. Bye.
35 and homeless. I am, for the first time, going to ask you to please consider sticking around. I think I do have some great insight based off of what I'm currently going through. Today's a frustrating day. I was scammed this week and pretty annoyed more than anything at the loss of my time in being scammed for an open position. Which brings me to my numbers. I'm approaching 1,900 job applications in 2024 alone. With how quickly I work, I will be over 2,000 job applications by the end of this weekend. And I've had 16 interviews. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And before anyone starts, you should go do this. I have 8 resumes that are keyword optimized for career positions that I've held in the past. I have an additional 3 resumes that are geared towards part-time work. 1 for food service, 1 for warehouse work, and 1 general one that I can just hand to someone if they ever ask for it. And I'm approaching 1,900 job applications this year. I don't know what the f***'s going on. Been homeless now for just over 3 weeks. Lost my car, My dog and I are staying with an incredible host family that is going to be taking care of us for the next 2 weeks, but I just want to be back out on my own. I'm more than capable of taking care of myself. I've had to accept some help over the last couple of weeks, and that's something that I've never done before, primarily because I know that I'm capable of working my way out of it. And during the day, I work on my practice, but without funds to even feed myself, I can't really afford to market myself either. So I kind of just gotta hope I run into someone at the park or at a community event, because I can't afford to go to networking dinners right now. And to be the cherry on top of this wonderful Sunday, we've been pushing STEM education for several decades and telling kids to go study computer science. And I just found out that a couple of very large companies, including Salesforce, are not going to be hiring for those positions in 2025 because AI can do their job. And how awesome is that we've been telling people to go, into computer science, and one of the key roles that's always been available for them in Silicon Valley is just not going to be there anymore. And it's absolutely wild to me. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this country. I don't know if anyone's actually hiring, and I'm not applying on LinkedIn, Quick Apply, or Indeed. I'm using the boards, of course, and using other job boards like Flex Jobs and stuff to find positions that I can apply for, but most of my jobs I apply for on company websites. So 1,900 job applications. Can't even get seasonal work. So I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna figure out a way to reset over the next couple of hours and just keep on applying for jobs this evening. And the reality is I want to keep on doing what I'm doing, but you can't keep on doing the job if it doesn't pay the bills. I can't market my services on TikTok. It's not allowed. But if you'd like, go Google me, check me out. Maybe you've been looking to work with someone like me, or maybe you have a loved one who could use my help. Or maybe you run a business and you could use a hand. I'd love to speak to every last one of you if I could. But I'm pretty frustrated. I don't know what's going on. And for the first time in my life, hard work just isn't producing results. And I don't get it. I just don't. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit longer than I initially intended, but I know that I'm not the only one struggling right now. And I was asked in a recent comment how I'm able to stay so positive, being homeless, carless, just me and my dog trying to figure it out. And the reality is it's very natural to me. I don't really have to try. I treat others the way I wish to be treated in this life. And it just naturally leads to me being positive. But admittedly, today's one of those days where being positive is a little bit tougher. So I'm just gonna get back to work, not dwell on the problem, try to put in the effort to keep my mind busy, and hopefully something will come up. Thanks for watching, guys. Best of luck to you.
I gotta get this job because I can't afford food, man! I'm in an In-N-Out drive-thru, and I swear, bro, this shit got so expensive. I can't afford anything to live, man! How am I supposed to pay for rent, food, fucking air at this point, bro? If I can't get a job, and AI is replacing all the jobs, how the hell am I supposed to how can I afford anything, man? How are you guys even living? How are y'all even living? Bro, then the cheapest shit they give you sometimes is $65K! Bro, what am I gonna buy with $65K a year, bro? A pack of gum? And the tiny little Snickers bars? The small ones, not even the big ones! Are you fucking kidding me?
So crazy how bad the job market is right now. But if you find yourself worrying to the point that like every day you feel like you're gonna rip your hair out, I want to just let you know, as someone that started over 3 to 4 times already because I left home early, everything is gonna fall into place when you least expect it. So just keep going. That sounds so repetitive, I'm sure, because a lot of people just said, oh, keep applying, keep doing it. I'm sure something will fall in your lap. But it's all about what you accept and what you're manifesting into your life. And people always say just manifest, do a vision board, whatever. But like putting that energy out there in the universe that no matter what happens, you're going to keep going. You're going to keep doing it. You're keep going at it. At some point, one of those opportunities are going to get back to you. And as long as you have been true to yourself, that's going to be a wonderful opportunity. And that's going to be just the first step. Everything is going to slowly start falling into place as soon as you get the job that you want. So just keep applying and don't let anything stop your flow.
I have to move back home and I'm starting the process today. And not only am I stressed because I don't know how to move, but the culture shock is going to be crazy because the first time I moved back home was right after college, and I was an irritable mess for weeks. I remember the first night I moved back home, I went out and my mom was like, come back home at this time. And I was like, are you okay? She was talking about come home at 12. Girl, I'll see you at 4. I just turned 24 years old and I really thought I would be like out of the house permanently by this time. But, it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, I'm very grateful that, I have supportive parents who are always willing to take me back in, even have the option to move back in rent-free. Like, I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, it's like, girl, I don't know, man. Nobody has asked me where I am, what I'm doing, or when I'm coming back in 5 months. Like, I can leave the house without a trace. Nobody's asking me, where are you going? Who are you going with? When are you coming back? Nobody's like, oh, are you working again? You just worked yesterday. You just worked this time. Oh, you haven't worked in a couple days. How's the job search going? Oh, I don't miss it. I'm not excited about it. And I know they're going to be breathing down my neck. Like, how many jobs have you applied to today? Brother, like. So here's my room. I don't know how to turn this around, but yeah, this is my room. This is my bed. This is my beautiful vanity. Thankfully, all of this, most of this furniture is not mine, so I don't have to move, this big-ass bed and, the vanity and the fridge. This is not mine. TV's not mine. Shit, none of the shit in here is mine. So moving should be easy, but, yeah, that's mine. Bookshelf is mine. And I'm sad. I'm gonna miss this room a lot.
Bro, I finally did it. This younger generation doesn't want to work. This younger generation just doesn't want to work.
Yes, the fuck we do. You just won't fucking hire us. Because tell me why I spend actual fucking days doing nothing but sending in fucking job applications and I can't even get the common courtesy of an email. Nobody will fucking respond. Nobody was hiring us. We need fucking jobs. You do realize that most of us are turning 18 within the next fucking year, including me. I need a place to fucking go, but I cannot if I cannot get a fucking job working anywhere, part-time, full-time. I can't even get somebody to fucking hire me for Walmart. I've sent in 4 applications to 5 different Walmarts. Nobody's gonna fucking hire me. For what? Yes, I know that there's people that are willing to work for pennies on the dollar, but I'm sorry, as an American citizen, pennies on the dollar just isn't fucking feasible. If you're not gonna fucking hire anybody, do not post the fucking job listing. Quit giving us fucking hope.
Oh yeah, it was funny. Y'all was laughing at niggas, telling niggas everybody can't be a rapper, everybody can't go to the NBA, everybody can't go to the NFL. Well, now everybody can't get a 9 to 5. Y'all on Indeed struggling. Now we all in the same boat. Look at us, one big happy family.
When people said the job market was f***ed, they meant it. I didn't realize the extent of this. Like, I have just recently in the past month and a half been applying to probably over 30 jobs, and they're all, very baseline, don't need a ton of experience, like H&M, Forever 21, receptionist, very just minimal skill. They'll teach you what you need to know kind of jobs. I have full availability. I thought that would really kind of put me up a little bit in the running. And every single job, applied to 30, let's say 10 of them got back to me. Five-ish of those told me, yeah, nah, before even asking for an interview, yeah, no, we're moving forward with someone else. Okay, understandable. Then you have the last 5 out of these 30. Get an interview for a few of them, don't get those jobs. I have 1 interview left at this point, and I'm praying to God, the universe, whoever is controlling this matrix, that this one works out, because I really need it right now, as I'm sure everyone else that's applying does. I'm not going to take away from them. Whoever got these jobs earned it and deserved it. But holy it has been extremely humbling. and very disappointing too. Like, I went into interviewing and applying and all the things with so much confidence, like, hell yeah, like, I'm overqualified, I got the availability, I got the personality for like customer service, I have so many years of customer service experience, I have like all these random like skills and like past jobs. I was so confident thinking like, hell yeah, you know, maybe I can even get 2 jobs, like shit. No, I'm feeling very discouraged at this point, and like it's hard not to take it personally too. Like, just got my 3rd rejection call, basically. Actually, didn't even have the decency to call me and tell me, which, if you're a hiring manager, please prioritize that. Even if it's awkward or whatever it is, please call and let people know that they didn't, because I feel like an idiot just waiting around for like 2 weeks, being like, oh, I wonder like when they're gonna call if I got a job. Didn't get the job. Anyways, I called, and the girl working was like, oh, I don't know, but we did hire a few new people this week, so I'm assuming you didn't get it. Like, okay, great. I love to find out that way. Anyways, I just got that call, and it's like, I just feel like so gutted. Like, it's like a visceral, like I just feel so disheartened, and like I'm really not good enough for like the most like basic job. Like, I don't know. I hope this isn't coming off entitled. I'm not at all trying to come from a place of entitlement. I truly believe everyone who got these jobs deserved it. It's just really like, wow, it's just been quite an experience, and I'm really trying to not let it feed into like my self-worth, self-doubt beliefs, but it's hard. It's really hard. This is definitely a lesson in itself, and I fully put my trust into the universe that everything happens for a reason, and that it's not rejection, it's redirection, and I trust that. But like right now it sucks. Like, I'm actually hurt. I feel like I've been rejected by like a guy, or like, I don't know, it's like such a weird feeling. But anyways, I actually feel better ranting to you guys about it. So thanks for listening if you have been. And also, if you have any tips, how you stand out, what you did to get your job, or please let me know if there's any reliable remote like jobs. I've been looking online obviously for a long time now, and I keep getting these like live chat agent jobs. Just pay $30 and we'll train you, and guaranteed you'll be getting $30 an hour, like whatever. And like, I want to believe it because hell yeah, but I don't trust it. And so let me know if you guys are doing any like remote jobs that are easy to get. I guess I would really appreciate it. Or like side hustles. I'm already doing Rover and DoorDash to make extra money in the meantime, but if you guys have any recommendations on other things, I would be so grateful. Peace and love. Good luck to all you baddies looking for jobs out there. We got this, hopefully.
So I'm a few minutes early to my 3rd and final interview for a position, and I am a fresh graduate, and I just want to come on here and give a little bit of insight to, that's so cute. You thought you were going to get the job, and you thought you were qualified to give people advice? Look what you got today. Yeah. This whole job search shit is so belittling, dehumanizing, and exhausting that it is like, I haven't even been applying. Number one, I thought I was going to get this job. Number two, I'm just tired of the rejection letters. I'm tired of getting a rejection email at 2 a.m. knowing that it was an AI system, and me knowing if a human would have saw that, I'm definitely qualified at least to be spoken to once. I'm tired of unprofessional recruiters who call you and, I'm going to pass your information along to the hiring manager. Make sure that you're looking out for an email. Never get an email. Never hear from anybody. I am tired of all of it. I'm tired of going on LinkedIn and seeing a post that was posted, not even kidding when I say this is no exaggeration, about 5 minutes ago. I'm tired of seeing them have over 100 applicants. I'm tired of going on job postings, reading job descriptions and be like, yeah, I got this. Going to the end, 3 to 5 years of experience. Some of them even say internships don't count. Okay, so those 3 internships that I have that equate to over 2 years of experience on my resume, whether I did them or not, those don't count. What? So that first clip, yeah, that was my first time getting to the final stage. The final interview. After sending in at least, I've applied to about 400 jobs in the last 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I started in October. 4 months. When I tell y'all I could have sworn I got that job, this lady walked me out to my car. We was sitting there, you know, for an hour, not even really talking about the position, not even really talking about my experience, just talking, you know, being cool, just getting to know each other. What happened? And I bet you, because I'm going to ask her, I'm about to send her an email and be like, thank you for your consideration. I would really like to know, why did you move on to another candidate, considering I felt as if I had the experience and, you know, developed a fairly cool relationship with you. Why did you move on? I can almost guarantee you she's going to say years of experience. I don't understand why it is so difficult for people who are fresh out of school to find something that's not Subway. And even they don't want to hire you because you have a degree. Why would you want to work at Subway? Because nobody's hiring me. Where's the bread? I can do this at least.
I will not be the first one to say that college is overrated! You pay I don't know how much. Sometimes 15, sometimes 40, sometimes 100 grand a year for nothing! You sit through all these classes with all these sick college students constantly coughing in your face for nothing! Just to graduate and then not find a job! How the fuck am I supposed to start a family, start a career, start anything when I can't even get a fucking interview, dog? Meanwhile, the motherfucker that didn't do shit in college somehow is getting paid more than me, bro. Fuck. What the My 1,500 applications and not a single job interview. Yeah, not a single one. We're cooked, literally.
Maybe the job market is so bad I'm starting to consider nursing.
So the nursing community swiftly told me that not only is nursing school hell, but also there are barely any jobs for new grads. Isn't that fun? But in all seriousness, thank you so much to everybody who gave me job suggestions. And also my heart goes out to everybody who's going through it. Even accountants and computer science majors are going through it with this job market. You know, the recession-proof jobs? Like, what is going on? At least we're in it together.
Here's my resume and my transcript. I graduated from a top university with a 4.0 GPA.
That's great. You should work at Panda Express.
What?
Yeah, or Chipotle. You could make $70,000 a year being a manager.
Okay, but I went to college so I wouldn't have to work at a fast food restaurant.
Ah, you spoiled kids these days. You think a career should just be handed to you?
No, and that's why I busted my ass to get through school.
Listen, most of our workforce comes from overseas, and they work 80 hours a week for pennies on the dollar. You kids just can't compete with that.
Well, why the hell did your generation tell us to go to college if you're just going to pull the rug out from under us?
Hey, that's just business. They should have taught you that in school.
With all due respect, sir, I think that's really unfair.
Listen, when I was your age, I got a job at McDonald's, okay? And after 6 long months of working there, I bought my first house. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, humble beginnings.
Okay, but times have clearly changed. That's impossible these days.
Oh, blah, blah, all this damn belly aching. What you need to do is pull yourself up by your bootstraps and work full-time at Panda Express, all right? While me and my indentured servants increase shareholder value.
I am not going to work at...
Oh, looks like your fate is already sealed.
No, I have a master's degree in computer science.
Guess what? No one gives a shit. Bye-bye.
No!
So this job market right now is really terrible and really scary. And if you're also in the job market, I feel for you, sending you love. I was offered a job that I was really excited about and I accepted it. The job was out of state, so I bought a car. I found a place to live. I was making preparations for this really big move, saying goodbye to my friends, prepping my cats for this, to uproot my life across the country for this job. Today they called me and rescinded the offer because they are on a hiring freeze now, and I'm out thousands of dollars. I have a car that I have no use for in New York and nowhere to keep in New York. So yeah, I guess just be cautious in this job market. Don't make really big moves before things are really, really certain, because things can change. And protect yourself first is my advice right now.
The job search is so crazy right now, so I got y'all. Make sure you watch the whole video. Everybody been wondering how to get a new job, how to get a different job or whatever. I got y'all. Go to a staffing agency. Type in your search bar staffing agency and find one near you and apply to the jobs that they have listed. Their job is literally to get you a job. If they don't get you a job, they don't get paid. All the people that work in the jobs, they get paid whether they hire people or not. Staffing agencies literally have an incentive to help you out. I went to a staffing agency. It only took me 1 week to get a job.
If anyone's looking for an update on the current state of the job market, do I have a social interaction to share with all of you? So today I got a phone call from a recruiter who I had previously worked with. And I had been working with him for a while for a role at this company that he thought I was perfect for. And it was managing some social for on a team, working with cross-department marketing managers and things like that to help bring all these social activations to life. And he thought I was a great person for it. I thought I was great for the role as well. And I didn't get it, but that's completely okay. And today he reached out and he said, hey man, I have this other role at that same company that I think you would be perfect for. And I said, cool, tell me a little bit about it. And he starts describing the role, and it is the exact same role as the one that I had previously interviewed for. He is describing it the exact same way. So I then asked, hey man, how much is the salary? What's the salary band that we're working with? And he described to me that the salary band was very competitive and perfect for this level of expertise, but it was $20K less than the role that I had previously interviewed for, which was only just slightly above what I'm currently making now. So I was a little bit confused, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, man, I'm not actively, and I told him, I'm not actively looking, but why don't you send over the job description like you did last time so I can read through it and think about it? And he said, yeah, for sure, of course. So he sent over the job description, and I opened it. And I had looked for the previous email of the job description that he sent me the first time I interviewed with him, and they were the exact same role. This company was trying to hire the exact same role, exact same person for $20K less. So I noticed that everything was the exact same, the number of years experience, the education level, and all of the responsibilities and roles under this job description were the exact same thing. So I sent him an email and I was like, hey man, did you happen to just accidentally send me the wrong one? And he goes, nope, that's the one. That's the one. So he knew too. So that's where we are. Everyone wants more and wants to pay significantly less.
I keep seeing people talk about in their cars or at their home how they are getting either laid off or that they can't find a job. And in the year of 2025, you must now know that the only way to get a job is through nepotism and or deep connections. Companies larger than your local McDonald's will not allow you to show up in person and give them a firm handshake and hand them your resume. And they haven't since about pre-COVID. Additionally, LinkedIn and Indeed are just honeypots for data mining. You cannot find an actual job on there 8 out of 10 times. And let's also add that a recent article came out from Politico stating that unemployment is actually at 24%. That 4% unemployment that's been floating around for the past year is actually incorporating people who are working part-time and people who are making poverty wages, which is about $25,000 a year. So if you take out the people who are not able to subsist off of that income, part-timers and poverty wages, anyone who's actually making a full-time, that is at a 24% unemployment rate. 1 in 4 people don't have a job. So if you are trying to find a job right now, likelihood is you're going to need some nepotism or some connections.
Not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. Gen Z is cooked. Now, hold on, stay with me here. I have a family member who works with this one guy, right? And this one guy that he works with, he has a very robust background in finance and accounting. So he knows a lot of C-suite prominent people in a lot of big bulge banks and financial institutions. And he said something to my family member that was very interesting that explains why a lot of Gen Zers are having such a hard time finding jobs right now, especially in the corporate world. Now, he told my family member that a lot of the people that he knows at these corporate companies are purposely firing and not hiring Gen Zers. Now, their assumed rationale of this and why they don't want to hire Gen Zers is because they think that Gen Zers are only willing to do the bare minimum needed for role responsibilities, and they're not willing to work hard towards whatever the role responsibilities are. Overall, they think that Gen Zers are just lazy and not willing to basically sell our souls to the companies that we work for. And it's fascinating to me how there's still a large portion of people who are in the workforce discriminating against people of a specific age due to their willingness to work, which is absurd. So anybody over the age of 60 who tries to tell us you guys don't know what it is to work a real job, to work real hours, you guys are getting the easy way out with AI and all these extra tools that you have to your disposal, my response to that is shut the hell up, because y'all are not living in an economy where inflation continues to rise, mortgage and rents continue to rise, and we're getting discriminated against because of our age, bro.
Let me tell y'all, ain't shit funny when you don't have a job. God knows how many interviews I've been on since I've moved here. I moved here in January. It's about to be March. No job yet. Uber don't pay well here in this area. I'm stuck. Like, let's say I'm scrolling on my phone and I see a TikTok. It could be relatively funny. I'm not laughing. I might crack a smile, but like, immediately. Because ain't shit funny when you don't got a job. Rent due on the 1st. EBT don't renew until next week. Groceries looking slim, and I'm tired of eating yogurt bowls. I ain't got nothing else, y'all. Like, pray for me. Pray for me.
The job market's about to get 10 times more difficult, and let's talk about why. Tens of thousands of federal employees are now being cut from the federal agencies they work for because of Elon's Doge department. This is a list from 2 days ago. There are actually more agencies that have been cut over the weekend, and the reasons are crazy, right? They're saying basically that they're low performers or they're just not needed anymore. Complete bullshit. I mean, we all know that, right? Like, these are tenured people who have been around for sometimes decades, and now they're being told, hey, you're not adding value to this agency anymore, which is ridiculous. Essentially, these super qualified people who've been around for a long time have not been dumped onto the market. This just makes it even more competitive. Now you're going up against people who are extremely well respected in their field. Sometimes they're like world leaders in their field. It's all over LinkedIn, people just sharing their stories of how long they've been there, what they've been doing at these agencies. So it's kind of sad to see, to be honest, and kind of scary. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's kind of a crazy situation.
I just had the craziest job interview of all fucking time. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so I applied to be a maid because I need a job. I'm broke as fuck. I just need money. We've all been there. Maybe not, but I'm there right now. So I applied to be a maid. I get an email. Hey, you got an interview at 9. Come join us for an interview at 9. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll show up at 9 a.m. So today I get up, I get my clothes on, I drive out there, I show up at 9. I walk into this, place, this office building, this office, and there are like 10 other people there. And I'm like, what? Am I in the wrong place? And then it hits me. Oh, come join us. Okay. So usually that would mean like, like the company, right? The corporation, come join us, right? Not like 10 other people for an interview, right? But I'm already there, so I'm like, all right, I sit down, I say, what's up to everybody? Let's see what goes on here. Then for the next 45 minutes, she proceeds to do this. Hey, Janice, tell me about a time that you made a mistake and what you did to fix it. Okay. Or, is it okay to lie? And then everyone goes around and goes, no, it's not. And then I go, yeah, it is. Sometimes, someone asks you if they look bad, you don't say yes, right? Whatever, that type of thing for 45 minutes. But I'm getting angrier and angrier as time is going on because it's 9 a.m. I showed up. I'm here for an interview. And I'm listening to some lady I don't know tell us about some customer service she got, okay? Random questions. They don't even really matter. Then the craziest part happens. It gets to the end of the interview with all 10 of us. And she says, all right, do you guys have any questions? And I immediately, she actually knew from the look on my face I had a question. I said, yeah, how does the pay work? What's the hourly? And she said, oh, no, actually, questions like that are for the second interview. What? Wait, what? So then I push back. I go, okay, well, in the email that you sent, you said, come talk about the best job ever. And now you're refusing to answer my question about the job. Can you not give me any information on that? And she's like, well, it's commission-based. And I was like, okay, well, how does that work? She's like, I'm not going to answer that question today. It's like, what the f-? So I walked out. I said, I don't want this job. And I walked out. And she was like, good, go. The level of delusion she had as well was crazy. Like, she thought she was like dropping gems on us when she was like, yeah, sometimes like it's okay to lie. Like, think about a surprise party. And these people Like, they can't actually be as dumb as they're playing to be. Because one of them was like, wow, you really just taught me something. It's like, you're 40 years old. They taught you something? How? How did you not know that sometimes you can go, yeah, don't tell Greg, there's a party. Oh, is there a party? Oh, I gotta tell the truth. Yeah. What? You thought you had to tell the truth? And these people, I feel bad for them, you know what I mean? Like, anyone willing to be treated like that, like, as soon as you show up for an interview that was not clearly a group interview and it's a group interview, you should be pissed. You should be like, wait, what the fuck? And then, if someone refuses to explain how the pay structure works at a job, at an interview, you should be fuming. Everyone should have gone, oh, yeah, I'm leaving immediately. You're obviously fucking insane. But yeah, I wanted to share that because I've never been so mind blown during an interview. And I've never actually walked out of an interview and gone, like, I'm not working here. So, yep, that place. I'm not going to put them on blast because this could get pretty viral perhaps. And I don't want to ruin her business, although she's a bitch. All right.
People who quit their job without having a backup job lined up, they ass ain't scared of nothing.
I just want a job. It's not easy getting a job. Applied to 200 plus jobs with catered, specifically tailored resume plus cover letter. Still no chance. Hit up my friends for referrals. Still no chance. Interviews, only got 2. 2 interviews out of like 200 plus jobs. That's insane. It's like a 1% chance of getting an interview. And then in that, so far it's a 0% chance of getting a job back. Not easy, bro. 2025 is not easy. If you're trying to get a job, like a corporate job, not easy. I got a part-time job. That was pretty quick. Took me 3 weeks. I just literally went downstairs, went down the district where there's like bars, restaurants, and baristas. And I was like, hey, I want a job. And they're like, yeah, we're hiring. Got a job. Super easy, but it's part-time. It's just side money. An actual job, not easy. Good luck, guys. Good luck to you. Good luck to me. Good luck to all of us. It's not easy.
Hey, quick interview tip for you. Maybe don't fuck up the easiest question that they're gonna ask you. I had a second round interview today in an industry I've already worked in before, and in a room full of very important people, they asked me the simple layup question: who have you pitched to and who have you sold to? They just wanted company names, and like a true dickhead, I couldn't give them one. I completely blanked out, and they have no idea how bad I need this job. My bank account is overdrawn, my car is repossessed, and my phone is getting shut off. Yeah, and like the lightning rod of information went up my asshole as soon as I got my mom's car. My ass hit the driver's seat. I knew everything. Company names, dollars, people that could help me in this situation. But do they know any of that? No, they don't. I'll know next week if I got this job, but I'm going to go ahead and start binge drinking.
I'm gonna be a little vulnerable on this app right now, so give me a break. I'm alive, but I'm not living. That might sound really morbid to you, but I promise I'll explain. I have been looking for a job since May of 2024, and even before that. And I've made it very, very far with some of these companies. I've done projects for them, like final interview, everything's been going really great. And then people will just ghost you, or, they'll tell you you've been, rejected. Back to my thing about being alive and not living, I just feel like I'm missing out on so many experiences because I don't have the money, or I'm not living in the place that I desire to be. And although it's, easier said than done, I just can't stop comparing myself to other people. It's or thinking about other things that I could have done and how I could have gone about things. I know myself as a person, and I know that I put in a lot of hard work and I really care about others, but it has me questioning my worth. Maybe I'm not as valuable as I hate Greg, hold on. Just a very lonely feeling when I feel like everyone has their life together and I'm trying to get mine together, and I've been really patient and I'm waiting for the right opportunity to fall in my lap. And I mean, I'm trying to put in all the effort that I can, but it comes to a point where it's what more can I do? I feel like it's
putting my life on hold to a different extent that I've never had, and I absolutely hate it. I don't know what to do. And I just see the worth in myself, and despite me being really upset right now, it's like, I just want someone to see it in me. I want someone to also believe in me. I have the skills, I'm not stupid, I love everything that I do, and it's just so hard to not compare yourself to other people. I hope someone else understands, because it's just a horrible feeling.
The job market in 2025, throw the whole shit away. Because, like, what are we actually doing here? Like, let me talk about this. Why am I interviewing with a person who has no decision on if I get hired or not? So I talk to you on the phone, you call me in for an in-person interview. So we do that. And then at the end of it, you go, oh, I'm definitely going to refer you to the boss, and you have to come back out and talk to him. So who are you? Why am I talking to you if you have no decision on if you hire anybody? You just over here screening niggas? I thought that's what the phone shit was for. Why are you screening me if you can't even hire me?
Look, I don't too much get into all that, but I think it'll be your best choice. If you got a job right now, keep it. Don't care what them people say, how much they get on your nerve, this, that, and the third, bro. Keep your job. Because all this that's going on in the world right now, you feel me? I think it'll be best. Just keep your job. You got a good job, you know they ain't trying to let your ass go or nothing like that. Keep your job. You feel me? Keep it.
I got a job.
I don't know what these jobs is telling these people about my name, but bro, these niggas don't hire nobody. I call them, I text them, I email them, I walk up there in person, and guess what? They decline me every time, every trip. What do? I don't know.
Hi, I'm here to apply to that job that you're urgently hiring for that's been posted for a few months. Oh great, we're super excited. If you would like to be considered for this role, could you please send us your resume? Totally, no problem. Here's my resume, and I've also customized it for your company and highlighted all of my experience and my impact. I even used real numbers. I also added a customized cover letter that's really dedicated and shows why I would be a great fit for this position. Amazing. We will not read either of those. Could you please fill out this application? It's workday, so it's probably going to take you about 2 hours of time. Thank you. Oh, come on. Not workday. You can't just look at my resume and my cover letter. I've got everything in there. I will do it because I really want to work at your company, even though it's going to take me 2 hours. All right, I'm done. Is there anything else you need from me? Thank you for applying to this job. We have received your application and resume and cover letter. We will be back in touch as soon as humanly possible. No problem. I even followed up with the hiring manager on LinkedIn. I'm so excited about this position. Thanks for considering our company, but we regret to inform you that we have decided to go with other candidates that better matched our culture and had better experience. Are you serious? I was like a perfect match for the role. And how come you just reposted this job? Come on, is this even a real job? We're sorry, we cannot receive emails at this inbox. Thank you.
So let me get it straight. You a job and you hiring. I apply. I may not qualify, even though you're entry level. I apply. I may not qualify. You tell me I don't get a position. But if you was to hire me, you gotta train me. So that means... Bitch!
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go.
Y'all, I just came out of my second interview for a job and I never felt so disrespected and have it be so unprofessional. Keep in mind, I have my degree. Okay, I have a bachelor's degree, but the job market in Southern California is so bad that even office jobs are paying minimum wage. So I'm like, why would I, do an office job when I could just do a restaurant job and have it be like low stake and stuff? So I decided to apply to a restaurant. I went to the first interview. The interviewer, the lady, she was very nice, very professional. Like, it was a normal thing, okay? And I was applying for a server position. The reason why is because I need to get like braces or Invisalign, and so I need to be able to pay it. So like whatever I can get, it's fine. But she did tell me, hey, you don't necessarily have server experience,
So like, are you open to any other positions just in case, because I really like you? And I'm like, you know what, yeah, I can be open to a hostess, but like, I applied for a server position here because like supposedly y'all don't require experience, like you will train, that's what your website says, that's what like your listing on Indeed said. So I'm like still thinking like it's a possibility, but I understand that, you know, they tend to promote their hostess up like any other restaurant. I'm understanding. So I come back for my second interview. I literally finished it 15 minutes ago, and I'm sitting down with a guy or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, you're definitely not gonna get the server position, like it wouldn't be fair, da da da. And I was like, oh, okay, like I understand, like let's continue on with the interview. And then he was like, I think he asked me like one question, and then he was like, okay, now what questions do you have for me? And I was like, okay, the first interviewer told me that this person likes questions, so I did have some questions prepared. So I was like, okay, if you could give feedback to your employees, you know, like whether it's weaknesses, strengths, like what would you like to see improvement? And then he was like, well, like that would depend on the individual, like I couldn't tell you, like da da da. And I was like, okay, like, and he's like, next question. And I was like, all right. So then I was like, what would you say is your favorite quality about this, you know, restaurant? And then he was kind of like, well, like guest service, da da da. And I was like, okay, what appealed you to this job? Like, why do you have the job that you have? And then he was like, well, like, you're kind of asking the same questions. Like, I'm going to keep giving you the same answer. And then I was like, okay, what would be the day-to-day for, like, a host or a server? And he's like, well, you're not going to get the server position. So, like, why are you asking? And I was like, okay, like, I was like, I know, like, you know, you said no server, but I was just asking because you're asking me to ask questions. So I'm asking questions, and I had 3 in mind, but you keep saying that I'm asking the same question, and that supposedly you're giving the same answer, that customer service, guest service is the #1 priority, and that's why, like, you know, you like this restaurant, that's what you would emphasize to your employees, like, so what do you want from me? Like, and he just looks so annoyed, and it's like, I get it, dude, you literally have 2 other people you need to interview today, you probably interview several people like every single day, but I'm like trying, and I'm very smiley, and I have years of customer service, like I don't know what else you want from me. And when I was like, I don't have any more questions, I literally asked you 6 different questions, and you say I'm like asking you the same questions. He was like, okay, well, why should I hire you, like da da da. And I was like, well, you know, since you emphasize like supposedly you keep answering customer service, well, that's what like my main part of my job was for like all of my jobs, but also for my most recent job, because I used to work at a hotel, so it's hospitality, and it was a hotel next to Disney, so like even more hospitality, like it's all about happy smiley, you know. So I was just emphasizing that literally our goal was to provide customer service and make sure that the guests are happy no matter what, regardless of any issues, whoever's fault it is, it doesn't matter. Like that was our job, to make sure the guests leave happy. But yeah, it felt like a humiliation ritual. Like I don't like, especially considering that a lot of the people that are like applying are like teenagers. Like this is how you talk to your teenage employees who can't defend themselves. Like I don't, that job.
Like all these nepo babies coming on here being like, well, it's so easy, bro, just apply yourself. What the bro, you were literally gifted a golden opportunity from the moment you were born, bro. I go on LinkedIn, see the VP of NVIDIA, be like, well, my daughter got this internship and she worked so hard for it. It was not easy. It was such a challenge, but she prevailed. What the bro? No! She was born to succeed, bro. The moment she developed as a sperm in your nutsack, she was set for life.
No, babe, you misunderstand. I actually love uploading my resume and then having to enter the exact same information manually into the form above it. No, I love it. I was just caught off guard.
So here's a perfect example of why this job market right now just sucks so freaking much. And if you're currently looking for a position or looking for a new job, why it's so freaking frustrating. Because an update for this job I'm currently interviewing for, it's a contract position at Salesforce. I've done 2 of the 3 rounds. They said there was going to be 3 rounds total. And the update is that I have no update because it's been a week and a half and I have not heard back from them. So feels like I'm pretty much just getting ghosted. And it's the frustrating part is it's like, why is this so common these days that you just get ghosted? You just don't hear anything. And it's just like, One, if I didn't make it to the third interview, just freaking tell me. Don't like leave me hanging. I've been like updating my email every day, multiple times a day for like the last week and a half, just like waiting to see if I get to the next round. And now I'm just like hopeless, and it's freaking annoying. Like, why don't you tell me these things?
Is anyone else applying to jobs and going through the exact same thing? A job posted this week, over 100 applicants. Posted 5 hours ago, over 100 applicants. Okay, this is crazy. 1 hour ago, over 100 applicants. I actually feel like applying on LinkedIn and Indeed is dead. Well, it's alive. You'll just be applying against thousands of people. In 2025, I think I'm just going to be prioritizing networking, meeting people in person, making meaningful connections, and also private job boards. If you're in Toronto, the platform that I'm going to be joining is called Terra. Right now, it's just on early sign up. It's a networking app that's coming to Toronto where we're going to be able to see events in real time, and you're going to be able to match with people who actually have the same interests you have. But the part that I am the most excited for is the private job board, because I need to start applying to these jobs that are on these boards before they make it to LinkedIn. And there's thousands of applicants.
I was just told I don't have enough experience to work part-time in a fucking museum gift shop. My last job was at a 5-star hotel as a concierge, and before that, I managed a grocery store for like multiple years. But I don't have enough experience to work part-time in a museum gift shop. This is fucked, guys.
This is how you get a job, bro. So at the end of the application, when they ask them tax questions like, have you been on food stamps, unemployment, TANF, select yes to all of them, bro. It benefits their business, and they always gonna hire you because they get tax credits and breaks.
I have 23 years of professional experience, and I'm about to start delivering for DoorDash because I can't find a job. I have been a medical executive, medical office management, physician's assistants, 23 years of professional experience. Plus, I invested $10,000 for 240 hours to learn data analytics and AI programming last year. And ever since I graduated from school, during the time I was going through a severe surgery, right after losing my dad, every single position I've been offered has either been a scam or it just didn't work out. It's everyone. Everyone is struggling. Everyone is being put into a position to be desperate because a bunch of idiots decided to elect who they elected, and now it's going to get worse. So I'm resorting to delivery driving because I have to survive, because I'm about to be broke and I'm about to be without anything. I'm so angry at everything being an uphill battle. Everything has been against me. Everything has stopped me from achieving success, and I've been gatekept from it, and I'm tired. I don't know what else to do. Literally, everyone is getting screwed right now. I know I'm not special, but I have to even feel that way because we exist in such an apathetic society that, like, it's like, well, fuck it. Everybody's in the same boat, so you're not special, but I'm losing my fucking mind just like everybody else right now, and doing everything I can to just keep powering through this joke of a life. I'm this close to throwing all my morals out the window and starting an OnlyFans. How about it? How about that? Everything feels like a fucking evil joke, and nobody gives a fuck. So yeah, if you're wondering what's making you sad, it's the fucking reality that we're facing. It's planet Earth. It's our society. It's the apathy and literal evil that is running rampant. And we're all just doing our best to survive. So, I guess it's time to do feet pics. Joke.
I done applied to so many motherfucking jobs, I don't know who the fuck calling me at this point. At the end of my interview today, the guy said, "Do you have any questions?" Sir, I don't even know who the fuck this is. I could have applied to be a receptionist for God. I wouldn't even know. Hotline for heaven where the going gets tough, hell will burn you up. How can I help you? When a job you applied for email you back and that message start with dear, or somewhere along the lines they say thank you, wrap it up. You ain't got to tell me shit else.
For those of you claiming that getting a job is about networking connections, why the f have I still not found a job? What the f? Bro, I've literally had a senior VP give my fucking resume to HR personally, and still I can't land something, bro! Not even an interview! What the f? What the f do I even need to do to get an interview, dog? Not even an offer! Bro, at this point, I don't even care about getting an offer. I just want a fucking interview, man! Just an interview! What the f?
Bro, I can't be the only one to think it's impossible to get a job right now. Like, I don't know how it was back then, but it's fucking impossible to get a job right now. Like, you would apply on Indeed, people be like, it's easy to find a job. It's easy to find a job. You try. Quit your job and see if you can find another job. Because you can't. Like, bro, the comp on Indeed is terrifying, bro. You apply for a bagger at, like, some random gas station, bro. You be having 10,000 different applicants, bro. They're picking you through you're like a needle in a haystack, bro. You're not getting picked, bro. I promise you're not getting picked. And people at jobs like Walmart, bro, I be calling up Walmart. I be like, y'all hiring? They be like, nah, bro. Call next year. I'm looking at the site right now. I know y'all hiring, bro. Why are you gatekeeping me, bro? Like, let me get money too, bro. Like, y'all not letting nobody in there? I see you are.
I don't know if there's anybody else who's been unemployed for a while who can relate to this, but I feel like since I've been unemployed, like, my life has been on hold. And I don't mean it, like, just from, like, the standpoint of, like, financially, like, oh, I don't have a job, like, I can't afford it. But I feel like I can't do anything until I get a job. Like, I have so many, like, hobbies and things that I want to try, and I, like, tell myself, like, oh, like, once I get a job, I can do it. Like, it's almost like there's, like, this sense of guilt. Like, I can't enjoy my life unless I have a job. And I know that that's not true. Like, there's so many things, like, beyond working. And you can still, like, do your hobbies even if you're unemployed. But I just feel like I almost, like, can't enjoy my life until I get a job. Like, I have to get a job in order to enjoy life. And I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like that.
With many expecting the incoming tariffs to have a crippling effect on the American economy, things are expected to get worse. For me personally, it's don't buy anything 2025. I'll be saving as much as I can. It seems like the writing is on the wall. But I'd love to hear from you. What's your experience with the current job market? Have you been unemployed at any time in the past year and a half? And if so, how did that go for you? My name is Sarat. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.